My son Connor got into golf around the 8th grade seriously. That's when we met Roger. I had actually met Roger before because I'm a golf junkie myself and had gone through the training program up here, and I noticed right out of the gate that it was just different, right? It wasn't just hitting a bunch of range balls and somebody telling you try this again or try this grip. It was a whole fundamental process from physical regimen, training, stretching, and a big focus on drills and how to go from step 1 to step 5 as far as like a golf swing goes. As Connor got older, he started getting into golf more and more and sacrificed, I don't want to say sacrificed, but gave up other sports, so to speak, that overlapped, right? So he went from playing every sport to just down to golf and a couple other sports and did the program after school here. And you could just tell as he evolved, not only just his golf game, but his approach to the game and how he practiced. He was pretty self-sufficient as far as doing his own regimens of stretching and training and practicing, similar experiences that I had. So I was very comfortable. My wife and I were very comfortable with just the structure of the Golf Performance Center and the kind of curriculum that Roger put together, and the staff as well, from the coaches and on down. And as far as the ownership that they put on kids, my wife and I are pretty basic in the sense of we like to make sure that our kids understand how to fail, understand how to take responsibility for their actions, and make sure that they understand that there are good and bad parts of actions that they take. So as Connor got older and got better in golf, he started getting more committed and he wanted to take it as far as he could. He realized he was actually a pretty good player and decided he wanted to play in college if he could. And that's when Roger started talking about the Ethan on Preparatory Academy. My wife and I did our research as well. I had known friends of mine who had children who had done homeschooling for other sports. For us, the real issue was getting comfortable with the schooling piece itself, which was administered through K-12. So we had a bunch of calls with K-12 staff, administrators, teachers, section heads, and got very comfortable that it was a real program run by business professionals. As far as development of Connor as a young adult now, I can easily say that this had a profound impact on him. Not that I want him to grow up too fast. You want your kids to stay kids as long as you can, right? The world gets tough as you go. But he came out of the program ready for college. He came out of the program to interesting times that we're in right now with COVID in college. He's easily acclimated into virtual online schooling. And even so, his two younger brothers in this situation pretty much transitioned easily as well because they watched what Connor did and how he did it. And Connor was a good big brother as far as keeping them up on how he was doing things. So I could just tell from a confidence factor from Connor, from when he came into EAP to when he left into now, is just a different person. He's a much more confident individual. He's not afraid to challenge. He's not afraid to fail. He understands that he's capable of achieving a lot. So if I think about the entire experience, my wife and I were initially upset because we wanted him to have his high school experience with kids, etc. But he had a social life. He talked to people. He had his friends. But just the way that he's been able to take ownership for all of his actions and failures, I think is a big part due to what he learned here at the EAP. So we'll do it again, 100%. We'll probably start him a little bit earlier, having known it. And if I can convince my two younger sons to get into golf as much as Connor was, we'd probably throw them in here as well. So very happy with how it worked out, and just a compliment to the people in the EAP in general, not just to Roger, but to the coaching staff, to the tutors, the teachers. We never had a question go unanswered. We never had an issue where we didn't know what was happening. Just an all great experience.